Do you need to publish on LinkedIn for the rest of your life? No, but you need to publish.
You need to publish.
You need to publish.
You do. Because look, like the counter argument to this is, well, why can't I just go to networking events all the time? Isn't it the same thing? And it's like, yeah, do that too. Go to networking events, start conversations in real time with real people. But writing is always going to be the best way to figure out what your point of view is. And once you do figure it out, the writing is thinking trope is played out, but it's just so true. And by writing, I think like for Nick, for example, like your way is like podcast and talking, like whatever it is where you can explore your point of view further and then use that to communicate better is what we're talking about here. And when you put something out into the world beyond just your existing network and going to like an in-person networking event, you're giving yourself more shots on goal. You're giving yourself more chances to become recognized more broadly and de-risk and diversify where you're getting your leads from. So the content is shots on goal. That's what it is. You are figuring out things in real time. You're sharing the problem process proof, the MP3 framework, if you're not familiar with it. What is the problem that you solve? What is the process that you go through with clients and with yourself to solve it? And how can you prove it? And the more that you write about it and you unlock, this is my point of view, then you go a level deeper. Like, this is the craziest part about all this stuff. Like, the more you know, the less you know. And that's true here as well. Like, every time I think I've like reached the top of the mountain of, oh, okay, this is definitely how I think about this thing, I then find a new level and I'm like, holy shit, there's like fucking so much more here to explore. And that's the cool part about content. It's an exploration into the depths of how you see the world and the problems that you solve. It's an exploration.
Yeah, I mean, Jay Kunzo has said this, and I think this is where I heard it first, but the idea is like, you're an explorer, not an expert.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it changes the way that you approach content creation. Like, we've all been told, and I think this is why the recognition gap exists for those who are actively creating content and not getting the thing that they're looking for. Like, they're still very much invisible outside of their core network or their core like peers.
Mm-hmm.
Is because we think that content is about experting everywhere, showing people how great you are and how smart you are, how much you know. And it's not.
Mm-mm.
It has nothing to do with showing people how much you know. It is everything to do with showing people, here is a subject that I know really well, and I'm exploring it. I'm poking around all of the nooks and crannies of this thing. It can take me in all these different directions. Because this is where motivation to subscribe comes from. Like, no one really wants to follow someone who's just shouting expertise at them all day long versus
but also
someone
like
who's
nobody cares. Like,
right. Expertise is kind of commodified in a lot of ways because you can just ask
especially
ChatGPT
now.
for how to produce my podcast.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that, like, the access to information is not, and I've said this a billion times, access to information is not the thing that people are looking for.
Yeah.
And they're looking for someone to help them be successful with the information. And in order to demonstrate that, I think in the most simple way is to explore it.
Right.
It's like, climb the mountain with me. But you have to be clear about the subject matter, right? The category of expertise, I think, or the niche and the problem that you're exploring. That's really where the rubber's going to meet the road. Like, if you're just exploring random shit every day,
Not gonna work.
then it's just kind of like a waste of time. Or you're just like, this is why I kind of only ever publish about the problem, because it was like, if I can't get people to see it this way or connect me with this idea, none of this other shit really matters.
Right. And my point of view on this is different than yours, which is why we make a fun team. I'm obsessed with sharing the process because the way in which I figure out my point of view my like journey with the problem and how I solve it and why I care about solving it. People care about the journey as much as they care about the experiences because it's so human. You can't help but want to follow along if you like the person and they don't drive you insane. Like, if they seem cool, you want to know, like, you're rooting for them.
But you have to know where they're going, right? What direction are they facing? That's why it works.
Yep.
Elise Lemay calls it the creator gravity. Like, what is people with gravity? Why are you so connected? Why do you feel so connected? Because they're on a mission. They're going somewhere. They're doing something, and you want to go there with them. I like the way that she articulates that. All of these things need to be true in order for the recognition gap to close.